Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have a quick update about this LYFT settlement. So it says, this is a brief update about the confidential LYFT settlement. Last Friday, we finalized the settlement administration agreement and can now begin the next phase of the settlement process. Here's what you can expect. You should receive your settlement notification email in November, which we already are in November, so it should be coming very soon if you haven't already received it. Now, this email will explain how to access your individual settlement agreement and settlement amount. Please know you will receive emails and texts from Zimmerman Reed and the settlement administrator, Simplicius. Throughout the settlement process, we will remind you of any important deadlines. After you review your individual settlement amount, you will decide whether to accept your settlement and resolve your claims. Zimmerman Reed team members will be available to answer questions and assist you through the process. So let me know how you guys feel about this settlement that LYFT and I believe Uber owe the drivers. Do you guys think that the amount that they have to offer is even enough? Because I don't think so. I really believe that they will lowball you guys because that's what LYFT is good for. I mean, they did say that the settlement is $328 million, but that split between all of these drivers that they hired, I don't think that it's going to be a lot of money, but I do believe that you guys all should respond and still try your best to get that settlement money that you are owed, regardless of the amount. But, you know, it's sad that it even got to this because LYFT knows that they have been taken from the drivers, which they should not be, you know, and I believe that at the end of the day, this might not be the last settlement from LYFT because I don't think that they are learning any lessons from the wage theft that they, commit. They continue to take, and that's why they did, go forward with upfront pricing so that they can continue to hide what they're charging their passengers while paying you guys pennies. But like I said, this is nothing new, and hopefully the settlement amount that they're paying you guys is worth it. But let me know in the comments how you feel about this. How much do you believe that they will be paying you guys for all of the money that they have been taken over the years? Another thing that I want to bring to you guys' attention about the settlement, it shows that the settlement is not for every state, unfortunately. It's basically saying New York City drivers only, which is ridiculous. Which I will go ahead and read the article talking about how the settlement is for New York drivers. Uber and Lyft will have to pay more than $300 million to settle a lawsuit with New York State after investigation found the companies withheld money from drivers. Additionally, a result of Attorney General Letitia James' investigation, drivers will now have guaranteed paid sick leave. Uber and Lyft also agreed to drivers being paid a minimum rate from dispatch to completion of the ride. Job classification for drivers will not change. They are still going to be considered independent contractors, says Ryan McCall, Senior Associate at Tully Rinke PLLC. With that being said, the Attorney General did not notice a lot of inconsistencies. One of the accusations in the settlement says rideshare companies were deducting sales tax and other fees from drivers' payments instead of charging them to the passengers. So unfortunately, this settlement is not for everybody, which it should be. It should not just be New York. So this is just another slap in the face to these drivers in different states who are still struggling, who have suffered from wage theft from Lyft and Uber. Why is it only New York that is benefiting? And maybe one other state. This needs to be every state, because every state is suffering. So what about the drivers in Georgia, Ohio, South Carolina, North Carolina? I mean, every state that has Lyft and Uber drivers need to have a payment from the settlement. It should not be only New York. But, this just goes to show you how much Lyft and Uber gets away with slave pay when it comes to their drivers. Taking from the driver's pay. Hiding what the passengers pay. If you guys are going to take care of the New York drivers, you need to take care of every driver, because no driver should be out here driving for free, driving for the bare minimum and suffering, literally paying to drive on a platform. Just like my last video, I talked about the tax fees that they're talking about in this article. Everybody that drives Lyft and Uber has to pay to drive on a platform thousands of dollars that they should not be paying, because at the end of the day, they're literally driving for free. They're driving for free. They're literally, how can you profit if you're paying for fees on your taxes that are in the $8,000 ranges or up, or close to $8,000? It just doesn't make no sense how Lyft and Uber can get away with continuing to hurt these drivers in other states, because New York City is a big state, so they have, attorney generals backing them. So maybe, drivers, it's time to go to your attorney general in every state and start telling them that it's time to fight Lyft and Uber so that you guys can get a settlement that you deserve, because you guys are treated equally unfairly like New York drivers. It's not fair that New York drivers, and I forget the other state, are getting these benefits, but other drivers can't get no benefit. This has to stop. This has to change, and it's time to show up to these attorney general offices so something can be done with Lyft and Uber. It's time for them to pay up, like I've been saying, because this is not okay for only one or two states to get benefits while every other state has to suffer and possibly pay for the benefits. No driver in other states should have to suffer and pay so that Lyft and Uber can get away with treating them unfairly while they're helping other states. Every driver should get paid sick leave. Every driver should get these benefits. I don't care, in a settlement for all the wage losses that we have gotten. So let me know in the comments how you feel, because I am very unhappy about it just being New York. I didn't know that this was just for New York. It needs to be every state. So let me know how you feel about this. Are you guys that are from New York going to respond to this settlement? And, what are your thoughts about this whole situation? I know that every other state is tired of being ignored. So that's why I call action. It's time to wake up and fight, so that you can receive what these other two states are getting, because you deserve it just as much as them, because everybody has been affected by this wage theft that Lyft and Uber have been getting away with. So it's time to show up, like I said, to your attorney general in all the other states that are not included in this settlement. You guys deserve it, and it's time to fight for it, okay? So let me know how you feel. Are you guys gonna try to, talk to your attorney general? I mean, we have to do something, because unfortunately, they are not going to take care of every state without us demanding it, okay? But let's go ahead, and I just wanted to talk about this comment that I received yesterday on my post. The comment says, but sometimes there could be a ride available nearby, but they will send you far away on purpose for a pickup. Ever since COVID, that's how sick their algorithm has been. You'll have to reject it before they give you something close. You know what? This is definitely nothing new, especially with the streak zones. They have been using streak zones to bait you. They have replaced the streaks for streak zones. And don't get me wrong, they do throw out streaks once in a blue moon, but usually it's at a time where you're not even on the road, where it might be slow so that you can't even hit three rides in a row. And most of the times they will give you an easy ride, and then they will throw you all across town for the bare minimum, because that's another tactic that they have. Let me throw these drivers streak zones so that we can pay them lower than what the ride is really worth, just to make it seem like we're giving them an extra bonus. When realistically, the rides in the streak zones are usually even less than what you would originally get without a streak zone. But they do these things because they feel like they can. They know that people are desperate right now. They know that drivers need money. They know that they can just hire any and everybody to join the platform and oversaturate it. And then the people that they let join, they're going to just pick up any ride because they don't really know the profit and the loss of doing these rides. So this is why they do stuff like that, because it's all a game to them. They are playing with your lives like they've been playing with your lives for the bare minimum. And it's unfortunate because, like I've been saying, it's people that really need to do rideshare because either they can't find a job right now and they need money now because bills don't stop, or they just need extra income even with a job because bills don't stop. So they know the game. That's why they built this algorithm to play you, because they want to replace you. They want to get rid of you. They've been talking about these driverless cars so that they could replace you guys even quicker once they start rolling out even more. It's all a plan. It's all a plan. Because they don't want people with a voice to be heard. They don't want you to stand up for yourself. They want you to take it or be replaced. And it's unfortunate because this is affecting every city, every state. And like I said, every city and every state that has rideshare drivers deserves to get this settlement amount that they're only giving to New Yorkers and I believe one other state. It's not fair. It's sick. So, let me know how you guys feel, because I know you guys are tired. And honestly, I feel like it's time to stand up. Start showing up to that Attorney General's office and letting them know how horrible LYFT and Uber has treated you guys, and how much they are taking away from you, and how big of a profit they get in all the pennies that they throw at you compared to what they make off the ride. Because honestly, it's plenty of rides showing that LYFT takes way more than you, and you're doing the work. You're paying the expenses, and you're paying to be on a platform who could care less about you. It's unfortunate. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe. Like, comment, share. Let me know how you feel, and I'll see you soon.